is getting so long because my girlfriend won't let me get a haircut. Hey everyone, Steve here from 11ish, and today we're going to talk about silver. Silver is a relatively recession-proof investment strategy. Silver also has a lot of industrial purposes, perhaps in some ways more valuable than gold. We're going to talk about the latter in this video for two reasons. Two really spectacular reasons. I think the timing is right, and I think this is where it's about to get exciting. The recession for this as an investment is just kind of the caveat, or not the caveat, the caviar, the stuff on top. It's gonna be the cream. Anyway, you know what I mean. If this is the type of content you've been looking for, please hit the like button and let's get started. Okay, let's talk about the obvious just to make sure we're all on the same page, right? There are two primary reasons why you might want to invest in gold or silver for that matter. Regular companies, during a recession, they have a hard time making money, and so the earnings go to shit and people don't know where to put their money. People put their money in the safest place possible that has the potential for growth, and that ends up being natural resources, gold and silver. And gold and silver actually makes it more interesting because they also have industrial purposes, right? So that is the number one reason, the obvious reason why gold and silver is worth investing in, being that we're at the edge of the bubble. Now the second reason is where I want to focus this video on. In my opinion, there are some up and coming technology that is making silver more relevant, and that has to do with solar and batteries. Let's talk about solar first. Solar panels actually uses silver. That was news to me, that 6% of the manufacturing cost goes to silver. We're already seeing better adoption of solar panels and alternative energy because of global warming and people being more environmentally conscious. And frankly, if you don't believe in global warming, please get off my channel because I don't want to be anywhere near you. What was I talking about? People are expecting exponential growth as people adopt, and that means that silver will play a huge role in it. And it is important for us now to look at silver more closely because it is a critical component that makes a solar panel work. It helps create the efficiency of energy gathering like no other source out there. You need to dig tons of dirt to get grams of silver. That is a critical component of what makes silver expensive, and also what makes this a really great opportunity because silver is going to be used more and more as people become more environmentally conscious, as laws are passed to make solar panels more mandatory. All of these things will add up. The second one I want to talk about is batteries. We all know batteries are becoming more and more necessary as we go more and more digital. We have drones also. We have cars that are going electric, needing batteries. We have phones that are needing more and more power because they're more powerful, therefore they need more power. I actually didn't know that for quite a while now there is a lithium battery alternative that uses silver, and it has incredible capacity. Ultimately, it is inefficient, right? The battery costs too much because it has a lot of silver in it. Manufacturing cost is not reasonable. Getting that much silver is not reasonable. The interesting thing now, though, is that Samsung has been trying to create a lithium silver oxide hybrid of a battery. So it uses a very thin layer of silver oxide, I think, or silver zinc, something like that. And the rest is a lithium, and it's a solid state battery, which means that it has little to no chance of exploding like the current lithium batteries overheating. It has almost double the capacity, the charging capacity. So imagine a Tesla lasting 300 miles, now it's going to last 600 miles per charge. And apparently the manufacturing of these type of batteries is also more environmentally friendly. Now, all of these combined, plus solar, oh my God, am I excited to invest in silver. Now the cons, right? We have to think about the cons. When I was younger, my dad used to tell me the story about how one of the first companies he ever invested in was a company that was building satellite mobile phones. This was probably, I think if I remember correctly, 10 years before mobile phones became popular. The company actually went bankrupt because the timing was incorrect. They were building a technology that wasn't necessary. Similarly, people have been talking about the value of silver in industrial purposes for years. And this is specific to batteries and solar panels and other things, right? So none of what I'm talking about is news. But I think what is interesting is that the technology has evolved into something that is a lot more applicable because of all the new technology surrounding the need for a better, higher capacity battery, and also the global stance on being environmentally friendly and having policies for solar panels. All of these combined, I think, makes this investment a better timing than before. What I'm saying is that if you like my pitch about why silver is worthwhile, but the timing is wrong, then this is going to be a dead horse investment anyway. I'm acutely aware of the fact that even if the technology is great, if companies are now willing to put in all of the fixed cost that is needed to upgrade their factories to create these batteries, if the businesses don't believe in doing that, then this will never take off. And so you don't want to lock up money for 10 years. That is no longer a long-term investment. That is opportunity cost lost. And so that is the number one con, and I want you to be fully aware of it. The second con is something I've been mentioning in every single video these days, and that is that we are at the end of the bubble. And when the bubble bursts and the recession starts, every single stock tanks. Gold and silver will eventually come up because the regular companies that are high gainers, they won't be able to gain as much, so people are looking to put their money elsewhere that's safer and have some gain, and that inadvertently drives the bigger growth in gold and silver. Most investors are putting out news articles saying that the recession is coming. I think Goldman Sachs even this weekend put out an article saying that the recession is going to come and the drop's going to be like 30%, right? I'm expecting that drop. You should be expecting that drop as well. So I can't emphasize enough that this stock needs to be looked at as a long-term investment. In my other video, I talked about having a separate brokerage account specifically optimized for swing trading and then another account for stuff like this, long-term investments. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'm parking my money in gold and silver in a very substantial way for the next 2 to 3 years, if not longer, because I'm expecting a recession to come, and I'm expecting a recession to last years because it's cyclical, it's predictable, and it's coming. All in all, I think silver is worth investing in. I think the market hasn't been woken up to the fact that silver is a lot more scarce than people think it is, and the up and coming technology may very well depend on a lot of silver, and the cost is probably worth it. Right now, I don't see that many other opportunities out there, so I'm going to park my money happily in this stock and let it ride out for the next 2-3 years, if not longer. And I'm expecting a 30% gain, if not higher, in this circumstance. It's just going to be over a long period of time. I think it's going to be a safer investment. I think the technology that it supports is super interesting, and I think the odds are good. Alright guys, I hope you found this insight helpful. Please do your own research and let me know. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment. And I look forward to working with you next time. Thanks for your time.